Hello, shining ones. Megas here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we are Zoroastrians. We are the Magi, the original monotheistic religion where God is just good. It's so beautiful. And today we're going to be in Zarathustra's own writings in the Song 5. We've been going through the Gathas. And 5 is one of my favorites. As a matter of fact, I wanted to show you this. I keep this in my pocket. And it's Song 5, verse 16. It says, I am powerful enough to meet the twofold threats and restrain the crime of the evil directed against my wonderful friends. And it's just a reminder, I am powerful enough. I'm powerful enough to protect the child, protect the truth, to carry Asha, my friends, because we're the only ones. We are the only ones that have a God that is unmixed. It's that Zoroaster pure starlight. All of our stories are just good. The religions, that branched off afterwards, they added attributes to God: anger, hate, jealousy, war, killing men, women, and children, things that aren't the highest principle of good. And it's made form and matter in this world into an illusion of pain and suffering by holding the wrong idea of God. We're the only ones. And it's just a reminder. I pull it out and think, I'm powerful enough to protect the Magi and my wonderful friends. I'm powerful enough to be that light that keeps the darkness out. I'm powerful enough to hold and strong enough to hold Asha, the perfect creator's perfect idea. And I have a reason to believe, to hold this frequency, because what else could come from his perfect mind but Asha? And speaking of that, do me a favor, guys. You did this for me yesterday. Listen to all of Zarathustra's Gathas. There's a reason the Magi were the original magicians. Why there's story after story of healing and miracles and magic, my friends, and it's all in here. So yesterday we did Song 4, and I asked you guys, stay with me to the end. And at the very end, I'll give you the one thing missing that like people, they'll pray in Jesus' name and their prayers are never answered. And I said, well, they're missing one thing. Stay to the end. And the reason I saved it to the end was to build up your faith and your understanding as you heard the words of the original Magus, my friends. And then by the end, you're able to receive that one thing. And I can tell you what it is now. If you didn't see that video, go back and watch it. But it's reason. You have to have a reason to believe. Otherwise, you're just hoping and begging. And wouldn't that be nice? But in your heart, you think, but it's not really that way. You can't really do that. God can't really be that good. Those kind of great things never happen for me, really. My friends, because you don't have a reason to believe. Our reason is because the only thing that could come from the loving, all good parents' mind of his children and this world is just good and love and bliss and protection and provision and freedom and peace and joy. My friends, that's our reason to believe in. And if you'll hold that reason, then as you're asking with the very frequency, when we pray by what we are, the frequency we hold, my friends, and you have that reason. It's powerful. And so it's beautiful because Zarathustra's Song 4 went perfect with Asha 4, right? They both talk about the same thing, how to manifest with the energy and the reason and the spirit that we hold. So I say all that just because I loved yesterday's message, but I want you to stay to the end of Song 5. And because, again, it builds that understanding, and you get those little aha moments that you've been missing. So oh my God, guys, Song 5. I'm not gonna get all wound up today. Of course, I say that every time I read Song 5. But listen to how this starts. Verse 1. Oh my God. It says, "O false gods, beware." That gets me excited. The Magi all pray to the wise God in this matter. Okay, I'm not going to go there. Oh, baby. Woo! I love that. Oh, my God. Easy, Magus. It says, Ahura Mazda is an ally and a friend through Vohumenyu and through glorious Asha. Does anyone else feel that through, I mean, just my energy, my cells, all that I am just vibrate with excitement when I read these words because of the word and the truth behind the words, man. It's truth. And you know in that truth that the lie cannot live. Oh, false gods, beware. We have chosen the good and progressive serenity for you. And we all say, may it be ours. But you, deceptive gods, and those who vehemently venerate you, are the creations of the evil mind, wrong and disdain. And you are notorious for your deceitful deeds in the inhabited part of the earth. We're only in verse 3. I want to go through this whole thing, but I don't want to lose you. My friends, there's things coming like in verse 9. I want to just skip ahead, right? Kind of like I did in yesterday's video. Just wanted to get to reason, but I need you to understand. Hear the truth. My friends, get those aha moments. There's something, that very Vohumenyu, that divine spark in you. Even if your ears and your brain aren't getting it, that spirit, that divine spark, that Fravashi, that Vohumenyu God mind is getting it. And it's saying, yes, yes, yes. My friends, my God, my God. It says, because you have, with your actions, this is about the false gods here, because you have with your actions made the mortals do the worst, only to be called Deva devotees, who give up Vohumenyu, who gave up the good mind and run away from the wise God's intelligence and run away from Asha. Thus you have deprived mankind of a good life, of the God life, of immortality. But in fact, you who are but deceptive gods have deceived yourselves with your evil mentality, deed, and speech by providing the wrongful with power. However, even if this power makes a criminal attain fame, wise God knows that in your dominion and under righteousness, our doctrine will prevail. So what it's saying, let me break that down, because I cut it up and it might get a little confusing. But what it's saying is, however, if this power makes a criminal attain fame, so the false gods can give people a false sense of power, right? Have you seen people that they seem to be rich and powerful and have it all, and they're not good people, right? But they're famous. But it's saying here that, wise Lord, the fact is, in your dominion under righteousness, your doctrine will prevail. Because those people, they don't have real victory. They don't have peace. They might have the big fancy home and the beautiful wife and the cars, but they can't even enjoy it. Right? There's fighting and there's stress and there's disappointment. And why isn't this big house and this pretty girl making me happy? My friends, they have no Asha. They have no truth. They know it's just a lie. My friends, and I want to talk about this lie real quick. Let's see, what are we? 8 minutes into it. Who's still with me? Go to the comments and let me know. Stay with me. We're going somewhere. My friends, look at this. I've seen this about what's real, what's true. I went into the army. I'm not going to get long into the story, but hear me. Because I wanted to be a hero. I wanted to fight for something good. But when I got in there, it wasn't that. The people in command, the people around me, it had nothing to do with fighting for good. And my God, the things that went on there, it was bad. And I didn't want to die and kill for something that wasn't good. I didn't want it just to be, they send a little folded up flag in a triangle to my parents that I died for God and country. But in truth, it wasn't for anything good. It wasn't, it was just for, it was wrong. And I knew it. My friends, and I wanted, if I'm going to give up my life This gift of life, I wanted it to be for something real. And, not just fake, not just man's accolades and praise. My friend, I went to Bible college. I was groomed to be a pastor. When I got in there, same thing. It wasn't good. This God we were going to give to the world wasn't good. My friends, and I knew it, and I didn't want to give up my life for something that I knew wasn't real. And even though everyone would applaud me and say, hero, good job, and parents should be proud, and I'm doing what society says is right, in my heart I knew that this God that we were presenting wasn't good. My friends, I wanted something real, and Asha gave me something real. And I know some of you out there right now are craving it. I want to fight for something real. I want my life to matter, but for something real. My friends, not just the applaud of men, but then in my heart, I know, my God, I gave my life energy to something good, something real, something not tainted. My friends, not an army that goes in and kills just for the resources of the land, but in the guise of it's for God and country. My friends, I wanted it real. I want to fight for real freedom, real truth. And I couldn't find it in the army, and I couldn't find it in the church, but I found it in Asha. My friends, the original word, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. My God, verse 9, I've been waiting for verse 9 this whole time. The evil teachers destroy with his teachings the doctrines of the wisdom of life. The evil teacher destroys with his teachings. My God, he prevents people from the precious acquisition of that divine spark, that vohu menu, that God mind. My friends, what do they tell you? Don't trust your heart. Just read our books. Just be a good soldier. Do your duty. Do what you're told. Don't trust your heart. Don't reason. My friends, it says, I appeal to you, wise Lord, in Asha, as I express my mind and what's in my heart in words the best I can. Again, talking about these false teachers, he says, indeed, he destroys the doctrine who considers it worse to look at the world and the sun with plain eyes. This is it. This is everything. Right? They get you not to just look and think and reason with your heart and see with your eyes. You know, in those Bible stories, when they said go in and kill men, women, and children and bring us back the spoils. If you would look with your eyes, think with your heart, what does it look like? To stick a sword into a mother holding her child, slash the baby to death as it cries out, Mommy, help, it hurts. You know it's wrong. But you won't look with plain eyes. You cover your eyes and I'm just going to listen to the Bible. Just listen to my priest. I don't understand. This is above my pay grade. Right? Don't question. Just march, soldier. But in your heart you know and you want something real and something true. And we offer it to you. Who's still with me at 13 minutes and 32 seconds? Those are the one that wants Asha, wants truth, wants what's real. My friends, it says they destroy life, who highly regard the wrongful as lords and ladies. They rob people of their property, and they try so hard to distract the righteous from their best mind. It is through such teachings that they try to distract mortals from excellent deeds. It is for this reason, hear this, it is for this reason seizing priests have chosen the wrong dominion of the wealthy instead of Asha. Seizing priests. You know, when I've shared the story, when I was going through a divorce, you know, before it got to divorce, we're on the verge of divorce. Here's what the pastor told me. He said, I want you to sell your big expensive beach house overlooking the beautiful ocean, and I want you to give me 10%. He didn't even say God. He just said, give me 10% and God will heal your marriage. My friends, seizing priest, any opportunity, if you're in turmoil, if your child's dying of some disease, right? It's a chance for them to get your money. They can get you into fear, and they love it when you're down because you're reaching up, and they'll step right in between you and God with their lies and their deceitful doctrine. And they'll just bleed you dry. And when it's done and it didn't work, they'll blame you anyway. It was your fault. Wasn't my fault. Wasn't God's fault. It was your fault. That's why it didn't work. And they're on to the next victim. Seizing priest. My God, my God. It is because of such power that the destroyers of this life wish to gain their spoils in the house of worst mind. And they who in their lust growl about the message of your thought provoker. My God, and this is it. They growl about our message. People, I get hate mail for teaching a God that's just all good. The Christians, the Jews, the Muslims hate me. Why? Because I say God is just good and he has no attributes of the evil spirit, the original monotheistic religion. And they growl because it's taking away from their money and their power. And it's making them in their hearts realize something they already know. They're wrong. They're wrong. And it is with such actions that the ritualistic priests and princesses are annihilated through the very people whom they have deprived of the power to live. Of these two parties, the later will be taken to the house of good mind. The deceivers, the priests, they're in trouble. Here it's saying there's going to be grace for the deceived, my friends. But you don't have to be deceived. The truth is right here in your heart of hearts. And here's my favorite part. That I showed you that little piece of paper. I keep it in my pocket just to remind myself. It's just my spell. It says, I am powerful enough. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing this all by myself. Have you even hit the like button yet to help us get this message to the world? It's okay if you haven't. So we forget sometimes. Hit that like button. It helps us in the algorithm. Helps us grow a Zoroastrian channel in this world. It says, but I am powerful enough to meet the twofold threats and restrain the crime of the evil directed against my wonderful friends. I am powerful enough. I am light enough to keep the darkness out. I'm strong enough to believe till the other Magi can believe. I'm strong enough to protect the child, that highest truth. Even though from all sides I'm getting hit, my light is bright enough to keep the darkness out. My love is strong enough. I am powerful enough because I am the Magus. I am a part of that family of light. My friends, I have that all-good spirit that is my friend and ally. That Mazda, that wisdom, that power and that freedom and that grace and that peace and that joy. My friends, my God, do you feel it? Asha is. Asha is. Say it with me loud from your heart of hearts. Asha is. And I love you.